Mark Carney was sworn in as Canada's new Prime Minister on Friday, March 14th, replacing Justin Trudeau after his nearly decade-long leadership. In his first speech, Carney firmly addressed the contentious issue of Canada's relationship with the United States. He emphatically stated that Canada would never become part of the United States, calling such notions absurd. Carney declared, "We will never ever in any way, shape, or form be part of the United States. America is not Canada," dismissing U.S. Senator Marco Rubio's assertion that Canada would fare better economically as the 51st state of America. Labeling it crazy, Carney emphasized that Canada is fundamentally distinct from its southern neighbor, while taking a strong stance against the idea of annexation. Carney also expressed hope for collaboration with the Trump administration, but didn't shy away from criticizing the U.S. president, calling Trump a threat to Canadian families, workers, and businesses. Carney warned that they covet resources, water, and land, and if they succeeded, they would obliterate Canada's way of life, referring to the U.S., historically one of Canada's closest allies. In a startling development underscoring the escalating tensions between Canada and the United States, the Ministry of Defense made a shocking announcement that goes far beyond the ongoing tariff disputes. Defense Minister Bill Blair revealed late Friday that Canada is actively exploring alternatives to the US-built F-35 stealth fighter and plans to engage in discussions with rival aircraft manufacturers. This revelation came just hours after Blair's reappointment to his position in Prime Minister Mark Carney's newly formed cabinet. The decision to reconsider the $19 billion purchase of 88 F-35 jets, a contract signed with Lockheed Martin in June 2023, reflects the deepening rift between the two North American allies. Blair indicated that while Canada has already committed funds for the first 16 F-35s, scheduled for delivery next year, the government is now examining whether all of the fighter jets need to be F-35s. The announcement follows Portugal's recent decision to abandon its F-35 acquisition plans, adding to the growing uncertainty surrounding the fighter jet program among US allies. On March 14th, Portuguese Defense Minister Nuno Melo announced the cancellation of plans to purchase American F-35 fighter jets to replace the country's aging fleet of F-16s. The Portuguese decision was primarily driven by concerns over US President Donald Trump's foreign policy and its potential impact on NATO allies. Melo cited the unpredictability of the US as a key factor, stating that the recent position of the United States in the context of NATO must make us think about the best options. He expressed worries that Trump could impose restrictions on the use, maintenance, components, and operational capability of the F-35s. This move by Portugal is seen as one of the first examples of Trump's policies directly impacting a potential lucrative arms deal. The decision has raised questions about whether other NATO allies might reconsider their F-35 purchases in light of the current geopolitical climate. This unexpected move by the Canadian government highlights the profound impact of the current political climate on military procurement decisions. It also raises questions about the future of Canada's air defense capabilities and its strategic relationship with the United States. In an increasingly complex geopolitical landscape, the reconsideration of the F-35 purchase comes amid rising tensions between Canada and the United States, particularly due to the ongoing tariff dispute and threats from President Donald Trump. The Canadian government is examining whether they need all of the fighter jets to be F-35s, with Blair suggesting that the first batch of F-35s might be accepted. while the remainder of the fleet could be made up of aircraft from European suppliers. Key points to note: Canada signed a $19 billion contract with Lockheed Martin in June 2023 to purchase 88 F-35 jets, and the country has already put down money for the first 16 warplanes, due for delivery early next year. The Saab J-39 Gripen, a Swedish-built multi-role fighter aircraft, has been considered as a potential alternative to the F-35 in Canada's fighter jet procurement process. Developed by Saab AB, a prominent aerospace and defense company founded in 1937, the Gripen is renowned for its versatility and cost-effectiveness. The latest iteration, the Gripen EF, also referred to as Gripen NG or Super Gripen, boasts impressive specifications. It achieves a maximum speed of approximately 2,930 km/h or Mach 2 and has a ferry range of around. The Gripen design incorporates a delta-wing canard configuration, enhancing its maneuverability. A notable feature is its capability to operate from makeshift runways, including regular roads, allowing for flexible deployment in various environments. Equipped with advanced integrated avionics, the Gripen E features a redesigned cockpit, emphasizing human-machine collaboration, enhancing pilot situational awareness and control. Its armament includes the capacity to carry 6 air-to-air missiles in standard configuration and is integrated with advanced weaponry such as the Meteor missile, providing robust combat capabilities. Saab AB, established in 1937, initially focused on developing and manufacturing combat aircraft, but over the decades, it expanded its portfolio to include a wide range of military and civilian products, such as missiles and electronic defense systems. The company has a global presence, serving numerous countries and maintaining a strong reputation in the defense industry. In the context of Canada's fighter jet procurement, the Gripen was evaluated as an alternative to the F-35. Saab offered to build the Gripen in Canada, providing full transfer of technology and integration capability to ensure interoperability with US military systems. The Gripen E was also highlighted for its suitability in Arctic conditions, aligning with Canada's operational environment. However, in January 2023, Canada finalized a contract to procure 88 F-35s, concluding the evaluation process. Canada's defense industry is a pivotal component of its national security framework, encompassing a diverse range of domestic companies that contribute significantly to the country's military capabilities. According to the State of Canada's Defence Industry 2024 report, the sector employs over 64,000 Canadians and generates approximately 10 billion Canadian dollars in annual revenues, with exports accounting for roughly 60% of this figure. Several prominent Canadian firms play crucial roles in the defense sector. General Dynamics Land Systems, Canada, based in Ontario, specializes in the production of armored vehicles, notably the LAV-6, which serves as a cornerstone of the Canadian Army's fleet. CAE Inc., headquartered in Montreal, is renowned for its simulation technologies and training services, catering to both military and civilian aviation sectors. Mellon Aerospace, located in Mississauga, Ontario, provides components and services for aerospace systems, supporting both defense and commercial aviation. The Canadian government actively supports domestic defense capabilities through strategic procurement policies. The Defense Procurement Strategy aims to deliver the right equipment to the Canadian Armed Forces and the Canadian Coast Guard in a timely manner, leverage purchases to create jobs and economic growth, and streamline procurement processes. Additionally, The Defense Capabilities Blueprint provides information about defense procurement and contracting opportunities, facilitating industry engagement and planning. Canada's defense procurement strategy involves significant collaboration with international partners to enhance its military capabilities. This approach ensures that the Canadian Armed Forces are equipped with advanced technology and equipment to address evolving security challenges. In maritime surveillance, Canada has committed to acquiring up to 16 Boeing P-8A Poseidon aircraft to enhance its anti-submarine and patrol capabilities. The agreement, finalized in November 2023, includes 14 multi-mission aircraft with options for up to 2 additional units, with deliveries slated to begin between 2026 and 2027. Furthermore, in December 2023, Canada announced a 2.49 billion Canadian dollar contract for 11 MQ-9B Sky Guardian drones, along with associated weaponry and support systems. These remotely piloted aircraft are expected to bolster Canada's intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance capabilities, with deliveries commencing in 2028 and full operational capability targeted for 2033. Canada also engages in international partnerships to maintain and upgrade its existing military assets. The Canadian government awarded a 2.9 billion Canadian dollar contract to Germany's KD's Deutschland for the maintenance of its fleet of 103 Leopard 2 battle tanks. This agreement ensures the sustained operational readiness of Canada's armoured capabilities through a collaborative international effort. Canada is not only deepening its trade relations with the European Union in sectors like energy, technology, and natural resources, but is also expanding its military collaboration with European defence industries. Europe's defence industry has experienced significant growth in recent years, driven by heightened security concerns and a collective ambition to achieve strategic autonomy. Between 2021 and 2024, European Union member states increased their defence expenditure by over 30%, reaching approximately €326 billion in 2024, which accounts for about 1.9% of the EU's gross domestic product. This surge in spending has invigorated the European defence manufacturing sector. Companies like Rheinmetall, Europe's largest ammunition manufacturer, reported record sales of €9.75 billion in the previous year and anticipate up to 30% growth in the coming year. The company's CEO, Armin Papper, projects that Europe's military spending could approach €1 trillion by 2030, with Rheinmetall potentially capturing 20 to 25% of this market. In response to evolving geopolitical dynamics, the European Commission unveiled the ReArm Europe initiative in March 2025, aiming to mobilize up to €800 billion to bolster the continent's defense capabilities. This comprehensive plan includes measures such as suspending EU budgetary constraints to allow increased defense spending, offering €150 billion in loans for joint defense projects, redirecting existing EU funds toward defense investments, and lifting European Investment Bank lending restrictions to support defense firms. Despite these advancements, challenges persist. The European defense sector continues to grapple with production bottlenecks, particularly in scaling up the manufacturing of critical equipment like artillery shells. Estimates suggest that the EU's current production capacity stands at approximately 600,000 shells annually, which may be insufficient to meet escalating demands. Historically, Europe has relied heavily on the United States for advanced military equipment and support. However, recent shifts in US foreign policy, coupled with the Trump administration's indications of deprioritizing European security concerns, have prompted EU leaders to reassess this dependency. The ReArm Europe initiative and the European Defence Industrial Strategy underscore a concerted effort to achieve greater self-reliance in defence manufacturing and procurement. While Europe has made significant strides in enhancing its defence capabilities, fully replacing the US role in the long term presents substantial challenges. Certain advanced military technologies and systems, particularly in areas like air defence and long-range munitions, remain areas where Europe lacks immediate substitutes for US equipment. European defence officials acknowledge that developing indigenous alternatives will require time and substantial investment. Moreover, Europe's defence industry is characterised by fragmentation, with overlapping national programs leading to inefficiencies. Efforts to streamline procurement and foster collaborative development projects are underway, but necessitate overcoming entrenched national interests and regulatory hurdles.